can see no more nightmares than that.
You are not enough. You are never enough.
Break one, but you cannot break them all.
His gaze rests upon you for a moment.
Void Woken attacks increase! Citizens warned to be alert!
What can I do for you?
Paladins promise that the council school will reopen soon! People respond, now hurry!
I was wondering when you'd make your next appearance.
Don't have many more of those on my sleeve. These Godwoken are going to be the death of me. Oh, I'm growing soft, aren't I? I'm growing soft, aren't I?
Something you wanted?
Hurry along now. We'll need to find Dallas before it's too... That's for you. Take care of...
Whatever type of companion you need, I've plenty of fun. Oh,
Like to take a look at what I've been working on? Go on.
Citizens warned to be alert!
I welcome newcomers and I serve all who seek aid, sir.
Friendly Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date. Hear ye, hear ye.
unarmed magisters didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
Magisters routed. Lord Thames
Bodies in
Paladin's
the
back in
streets.
charge.
This place isn't free, not anymore.
Paladins promised the good council school will reopen soon. People respond. Now hurry.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters, didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't
Queen
free,
Justinia
not anymore.
confronts rebel factions. Dwarven Royal stands tall.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters, didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's
I
bodies in
welcome
the
newcomers
streets.
and natives alike.
This place isn't
We shall
free, not
tread.
anymore.
We shall talk.
Suspect in Alexander murder found dead in Driftwood. Paladins promised the good council school will reopen soon. People respond. Now hurry.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Newcomers and natives alike.
Arks is still a
We
free
shall tread.
city, last
Hear
time I
ye,
checked.
hear ye.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
What a pile of junk. Magisters colluded with Black Ring.
They got damaged in the
Paladins
fight.
clean
It'll
house.
fix up.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Trouble brewing in the ancient empire. Dallas strengthens border defenses.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters, didn't even let them surrender.
I welcome newcomers and natives
Do you
alike.
think the paladins would
Suspect in Alexander murder found dead in Driftwood.
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
bodies in the streets? This place isn't free, not anymore.
Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall tread.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters, didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free
Suspect
city,
in Alexander murder found dead in Driftwood.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
What a pile of junk.
They got damaged in the fight. It'll
Lucian's
fix
day
up.
arrives. Hope
You're
the pilgrims
confident.
take the
I'll give you that.
pulpit.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall
Hear
tread.
ye, hear
I
We
heard
shall
ye.
talk.
that the paladins killed unarmed magisters, didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you
Suspect in
going wrong
Alexander
like that?
murder found dead in Driftwood.
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free.
Paladins promise the good council school will reopen soon. People respond. Now hurry.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall tread. We shall
I heard
talk.
that the paladins killed unarmed magisters, didn't even let
Hear
them
ye,
surrender.
hear ye.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free
Boyd
city,
Woken
last
attacks
time I checked.
increase. Citizens warned to be alert.
Bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Dwarven wedding interruption.
What a pile of
Boyd
junk.
Woken. Brave doors
They got
closed.
damaged in the fight. It'll fix up just fine.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Killed unarmed magisters, didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going on like that.
Ark's is still a free city, last time I checked.
Magister's colluded with Black Ring. Paladins clean house.
Place isn't free, not anymore.
Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going on like that?
We shall talk.
Hear ye, hear ye.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Queen Justinia confronts rebel factions. Dwarven royal stands tall.
I welcome you
Trouble
comers
brewing in
and
the
natives
ancient
alike.
empire.
We shall tread.
Dallas strengthens
We shall
border
talk.
defences.
Roll up, don't be shy.
Magister's routed. Lord Kem's paladins back in
I
charge.
heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let me surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard
Paladins
you going
promise
on
that
like
the
that?
council school will reopen soon.
Ark's is still a
People
free
respond.
city, last
No
time I
hurry.
checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Hear ye, hear ye.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
Suspect in Alexander murder found dead in Driftwood.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters.
Paladins promise that
Didn't
the
even let me
council school will
surrender.
reopen soon.
Not too loud.
People respond.
What do you
No
think the paladins
hurry.
would do to us if they heard you going on like that?
Ark's is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets.
Hear ye, hear
This
ye.
place isn't free, not anymore.
It got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up just fine.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Paladins promise the good council school.
Natives alike.
Magister's colluded with Black Ring.
We shall talk.
Paladins clean house. Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date. Hear ye, hear ye.
What a pile of junk.
It got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up just fine.
You're confident.
Magister's
I'll give
routed.
you that.
Lord Kem's paladins back in charge.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
Giant Slayer. Back to refill your quiver, are you?
Nature provides.
All those broken arrows.
Get to it or get moving. It's the busiest day of the year.
again.
I've walked this earth, each vale and peak. From forests fair to cities bleak. And in each place I've come to find my surest friend is my own mind. From my home.
She responds with a nervous wave, and her eyes flit to the mansion behind her.
I set my course. And here I am, which is my path.
Antiques and antiquities. Buying and selling.
Want to buy some stuff? Want to sell some stuff?
I've walked this earth, each vale and peak.
Valuable
From forests
artifacts,
fair to cities
heirlooms
bleak.
and antiquities.
And in each place I've come to find my surest friend is my own mind. From my home in Alaroth, I packed my life up in a cloth. I set my course far on the map. And here I am to tip my cap.
Stuff. Buying and selling.
Antiques and antiquities. Buying and selling.
Here. I bet you know you're quick from your own trade.
The trader sways in time to the bard's tune, but stops as you approach. She looks at the mansion nervously, then
Yeah.
she responds with a...
From forests fair to cities bleak.
Dwarven waiting interrupt my void woken. Brave doors party on. And not 50.
I serve all who seek aid, Mark.
Majesty's colluded with Black Ring. Paladin's clean
I
house.
welcome newcomers and natives alike.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need. Giant Slayer. Back to refill your quiver, are you?
Shades.
Roll up!
Back in business. Thank the gods for Lord Cam, eh?
I welcome newcomers and natives.
Godwoken, how can I help?
Expert warrior.
Go with honor.
They won't let you down.
Don't have many more of those on
I
my
was
sleeve.
wondering when you'd make your next appearance. Something you wanted?
I'm growing soft, aren't I?
No one's ever regretted having extra help in a fight. Guarantee you that.
You're lucky that I enjoy a bumpy ride, my dear. Our arrival here was vigorous, even for my tastes.
Allied for hire.
about a landing. Why shouldn't I?
You're lucky that I enjoy a bumpy ride, my dear. Our arrival here was vigorous, even for my tastes. You always bring me to such wonderfully destructive places. I'll never find somewhere quiet to settle down at this rate. You always bring me to such wonderfully destructive places. I'll never find some.
Shoo, you flea bag, shoo! Roll up, don't be shy.
Patience, my friend, patience.
I got real lucky when the Void Woken attacked. They didn't go anywhere near the Ken estate. I know some people what lost. I know quality when I see it.
Horror sleep. There must be dreamers close by. Be careful. Death here is death in real life, too.
Nightmares in that mirror.
God woken. I trust you sleep. I am here to... I do not... You are not...
The glass...
It's time to meet an old friend. Come, my prince.
Ace, you are not enough. You were never enough.
Good evening, God woken. I am here to... I do not... You are not in...
The glass in...
It's time to meet an old friend. Come, my prince.
Ace, you are not enough. You were never enough.
When you wake, you will be dead.
Good find. These are the banners of the House of War. My house. Ramos even haunts my nightmares, it seems. Unless the nightmare is his.
Aranu Rotomasu.
An elegant and imposing lizard appears within the haze before you. Ignoring you completely,
Red Prince, spouse of the sun, Anan Het. I, your servant, Bramos. I was keeping the portal at the consulate open.
catching himself mid-speech, he suddenly turns to glower at you.
Perhaps we could speak somewhere more private, my lord.
My companion stands with me. Whatever you have to say to me, he may hear.
Bramos narrows his eyes at you before turning back to speak to the
Very well, my lord. There have been so many obstacles. The House of Shadows, agents of the God King, and other trifles beneath your royal ears to suffer. But none of that bears thinking of now. For all that matters, your highness, is this. You are here...
The princess. Where?
In the center of the dream, your majesty. Agents of the God King seek her relentlessly. There is no hiding place safe enough for her in the...
Lead me to her, Bramos. Show me the way.
She's right here, my prince.
He reaches out and hands the Red Prince something small and shiny.
Majesty, she awaits you.
This feels like home. An oasis of horror in a desert of, well, also of horror.
My prince, with your every step toward me, come and look at the fruit of our union, a dragon as yet unhatched. And there are more eggs lying upon velvet cushions in my tent. Dragons to be, yet all too vulnerable. What is yet unborn will one day spawn an empire.
The House of Shadows cannot touch you here, Satyr. Protect them from...
The God King.
The God King?
It seems inconceivable to me now. But in my blood... You must know, my prince. I was desperate. The House of Shadows closed in around me, determined to kill me before I could become the mother of dragons. Then there was a voice. Promises of protection and power in Kingdom Come. I became sworn to the God King. But when I saw his followers, the vilest, I did the only thing I could do. I appealed to our old champions of the House of Dreams, but I cannot stay here forever. Our children must return to Rivellon and fulfill their destinies. However, as long as I am sworn, the burden falls on you, my love.
There's only one course of action left open to us.
My prince, your children will help you. Here, take one of the eggs and engulf it with fire. Do so, and your child will, with a single breath, you'll usher in a new age.
Satyr, the child will be a dragon, yes, but to expose it to such danger, I'm just not quite certain this would be the right course of action. Very well. My child will skip the cradle for combat. I wouldn't have it
The God King must burn. Under your joint command, let my offspring be the Now go, and take this ring with you. It is the ancient circle of suns. By this ring, one more battle, my prince. Then we will return to our empire as king, and our marriage will unite the houses of war and law into the House of Dragons.
They embrace, lips hot upon lips.
Yonder portal will take you back to Rivellon, where the God King awaits. Good luck, my...
And I love you.
The egg nestles in the glowing fire. The dragon child The shell cracks open. A small dragon's head becomes visible. It looks at the world around it.
Look at it! Isn't it magnificent? A tiny titan.
The dragon hears its mother's voice and roars again. Spreading its wings, all of the shell gives way. It has happened. For the first time in millennia, you approach the dragon.
Yes! Go with your father, my darling.
The dragon nuzzles you with its snout, happy in its father's arms. A bright red flame surrounds you both, but does no harm. It is the magic that binds you to the dragon.
Your soul has bonded with your child's, my love. Call for it, and it...
Off the dragon's...
All this time, the prophecy has come to pass. I am the father of dragons. How glorious, my child!
can see the consulate on the other side. We're almost out. Well, that was fun. But alas, all good things come to their end. Time to get out of here.
I didn't think it'd be possible to make...
Weak faith enables tragedies such as these. Safeguard yourself and your loved ones. Join us in the endless prayer. The divine will answer, but first we must ask.
Don't think I've ever seen one this big. Not a good sign.
Think we could sell its hide? Could make a fortune.
Don't think I've ever seen one this big. Not a good sign.
Good men died to bring it down.
Weak faith enables tragedies such as these. Safeguard yourself and your loved ones. Join us in the endless prayer. The divine will answer, but first we must ask.
This will all blow over, trust me.
We shouldn't take the risk. We can be happy elsewhere.
Got swords and shields over here. Get to it or get moving. It's the busiest day of the year.
Got swords and shields over here.
I'll give you that.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Well, hello, handsome. Care to hear about the power of cheese? I've got wheels and rounds and blocks and rolls and possibly more.
This doesn't stop for long round here.
The door does not open.
Let the doctor...
Losa. Losa, the doctor will see you now.
Ah, how it's odd. He stumbles and...
I understand you've been very...
Losa shoots you a knowing glance.
I have to say, Adramalik.
He winces.
Maybe one. How does it feel?
Shut up. Stay away.
You.
Losa puts a...
Ready, Chief?
I have... And you does not but make... I'm so very disappointed in you, Losa. Look what you've made me do. Bad girl, Losa. I shall have to teach you a lesson.
kingdom.
I welcome newcomers, natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked. Bodies in the streets. Place isn't very not anymore.
Nothing. Just more Majesty's rubbish. Demon's way to give out promises like sweet and weak. Don't listen to what she says. Her evil and slither into your brain through your ears. That's how they do it.
Maybe. I guess the Law Master will figure it out. This way's off limits.
Stay back. It's for your own good. Found the undead freak here already chained up.
Her voice freezes into a harsh whisper.
I say she's a demon. Creatures like this Wendigo. They mask themselves, spread their black magic to children with their songs and stories. Makes me sick. Our little ones, tools of demons. You know this trickster? Well, go on then. Probably does up. Just keep your head on straight. She'll...
Really think she's all that dangerous?
Dangerous enough that she's got to be kept in that fancy cell.
My hurt? No. Leave my thoughts, woman. What's this?
Stay clear. The Lore Master must focus.
I can't deal with any more interruptions today.
Keep your voice low.
Give me room, lizard.
She cradles her head in her hands, then pivots towards the prisoner. Her mouth opens, yet nothing spills forth.
Too late. The spark's been snuffed. I trust you come bearing gold or godhood for me to have interrupted such a sensitive interrogation. The Magisters conquired the songs of Source using their collars and cages. I would normally call it a... We found her here, already imprisoned, cursing the Magisters with hexes. The evil is strong in her. Her words are soaked in it. They squirm into your mind, planting warm memories you've never had, mesmerizing you.
Visions of Wendigo's attack on the vessel sailing to Fort Joy fill your head. You look to the cell, and your Wendigo cradles you in her arms, stroking your head as the waves crash around you. You shake your head and the vision is gone. Your eyes rest not on the prisoner, but on the paladin.
You underestimate her. You'd have me stand
In that moment, you hear music, a lullaby. You glance at the cage. Windigo stands silent. You squint and shiver until the melody no longer echoes in your ears.
I understand. I will give you this space. Things are under control. For now.
You step up to the cell to look at the skeleton you know to be Windigo. The barrier mutes her source, but it isn't her source you fear, but something more.
An unexpected pleasure. For both of us, I'm sure.
She looks to the nearby device, and an urge engulfs you. An urge to power down the device to release Windigo from her cell. Her mouth remains closed, yet her voice settles in your mouth.
The God King rejoices as long as I am chained. Free me, and we might...
The voice is gone.
No more lies. You can be free of me, and I can... Dropping the barrier requires...
Her lips go still, yet her...
Let us be...
You reach your hand towards the device, and your inner source is stifled, as if you'd never rid yourself of that cursed collar. After a bit of tinkering, the machine whines pitifully, and...
Come to me, sweet...
She steps forward, slowly but confidently. She holds out her hands.
The God King no longer grants me his favour. Mask ripped from me and flesh flayed to bone, because the God-woken still walk. Now he's chosen another. I should hate you for what I hate him. So much more. He'll go to the new chosen. See that he suffers.
This creature, this monster, would have seen us drowned at sea. Kill her.
If the God King has truly abandoned her, then this is our chance to slay her once and for all.
Neither of us are inclined to mercy. Let's the Covenant. It sounded so beautiful. I was so naive. The God King told me I was special. He came close. I failed him. You just wouldn't die. Of all his punishments, the harshest was the emptiness. I go to Linderkem. He is the God King's current beloved. No more skin in his real bones than on a peeled jackfruit. And it is not only his. Hem's got a Swornbreaker scythe somewhere in his estate. It'll free me from the Covenant. I'd be mortal, yes, but no longer a slave. The God King. He said if I could find Dallas, eliminate her, I could take my place by his side again. The Magisters. They've got ways of silencing Source. Before you go, I have something for you. Something I learned.
Windigo pauses. She doesn't speak the next...
Goodbye, Godward.
Did you expect a needle?
What do you suppose the Magisters are doing with her?
A creature that powerful? Grooming her properly. Send her after the young to spread Dallas's lies.
Maybe. I guess the Lawmaster will figure it out.
lives, they weren't sorcerers. Who are you? Did Lord Kem send you about the missing prisoners? Ah! So the prisoners escaped. That seems unlikely, since they were well shackled. You may thank Lord Kem for the information. I will put it to good use. We'll get to the bottom of this, I guarantee. These were no sorcerers. These were thieves and drunkards, imbeciles and liars, heretics and fools. The jailer's records are clear. 564 men and women were signed in, and never signed out again. I'd say that, and they are. No, be sure that we won't. Where are all the prisoners? Where did they go? This makes no sense.
I'm glad this one was let off.
Selby may be wearing our colours, but she's not one of us anymore. She'll rot in here.
Well, hello again. Welcome to my very, very humble abode. Guess I heard it too. The man has some curious ideas about what constitutes. I refuse to raise a hand against fellow members of the Divine Order. Refuse to buy into Kem's lie that they're all Black Ring puppets. It's not just the city. The Divine Order is coming undone at the seams. There's never been much love lost between the Paladins and the Magisters, but this... brawling in the streets. Too many Paladins from noble... Of course, but now that some white Magisters have been found colluding with the... Kem's always been a hard man. His steel was forged in the... He's turned cold. They say it's the Void Woken. That he's too worried of... Maybe that's it. Or maybe years of fighting finally replaces it. I'll see you again.
Come on, let me out.
Tell Lord Kem that we won't let this lie. 564 prisoners. Ah! You may thank Lord Kem for the information. Be sure that we won't... According to this, this makes no sense. Where are all the prisoners? Where did they go? This makes no sense.
Maybe. I guess the Lawmaster will figure it out. That undead witch. Heard her talking about some kind of covenant.
That's the demon's way. They give out promises like sweets, luring the weak. Don't listen to what she says. Her evil will slither into your brain through your ears. That's how they do it. The only way to keep her nasty thoughts stuck inside her head and away from our kids, I reckon. Don't listen to what she says. Her evil will slither into your brain through your ears. That's how they do it.
Maybe. I guess the Lawmaster will figure it out.
Don't listen to what she says. Her evil will slither into your brain through your ears.
Find out. According to this, 564 prisoners are unaccounted for.
Maybe they were shipped to Fort Joy.
Not according to this. Besides, they weren't sorcerers.
The only way to keep her nasty thoughts stuck inside her head and away from our kids, I reckon.
Find out.
Don't listen to what she says. Her evil will slither into your brain through your ears. That's how they do it.
Maybe they escaped.
500 escapees? We would have noticed.
Maybe. I guess the Lawmaster will figure it out.
Maybe they were shipped to Fort Joy.
Not according to this. Besides, they weren't sorcerers.
The only way to keep her nasty thoughts stuck inside her head and away from our kids.
Find out.
If I was one of those whites, where'd I hide
The spirit of a half-dressed... The spirit. Hello! He starts to swipe and jab the spirit.
If I was one of those whites, where'd I hide some? If I was one of those whites, where'd I hide some?
It was you who sent us the war owl. Without you, the black ring-loving magic. All this is thanks to you, you know. If we hadn't found out what the hell are you talking about? Never heard of her. Now, Find the blueprints for the building. There may be hidden chambers.
May your wounds never heal. Your blood for my blood, scum. May your wounds never heal. Your blood for my blood, scum. May your wounds never heal.
The spirit of a magister jabbed.
I'll do as I please. Very well.
Thank you. The wound's closed over. Thank you. Here. I found this on one of the magisters. It looks valuable. Good to have my blood inside.
If there was anything important here, the Whites must have surely taken it.
I heard that the Paladins killed unarmed magisters.
The man stares unblinkingly at his canvas, lost deep in his thoughts.
For the most part, but the original, he keeps it locked away somewhere in that mansion of his. A masterpiece like that should be on...
The red-splattered young man...
For the most part. A copy can be seen at the Great but the original panel, the one that my father used his blood to... He keeps self-preservation...
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out.
Some are still good. What you looking for?
I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
You a hunter?
I've got a shot.
I suppose. The guard ignores you.
Don't you fight me, Damien. I'm Lucian and I'll kill you.
I'm Lucian and I'll kill you.
Our parents will be busy praying.
I'm Lucian. Gonna kill you, Damien.
The elf raises her head and peers down her nose at you.
This is a place for scholarly pursuits. You do not look the...
She sniffs, loud.
I don't expect a great intellect to offer much wealth. We are done here. Academics and intellectuals only.
The elves suffer, but the mother stands tall. The war of the races approaches. The elves shall stand.
I help you to know and understand.
I pledge my heart to Lucy, and please return.
Dear Lucian, I pledge my brother's life. I pledge my soil to you, O Lucian.
Hey, have you got my book? Smelly person threw my ball away and I couldn't go fetch. Threw it off the balcony. And Master Rahu's not here to get it back for me. Master's gone a while now. He smelled like the front of a flower shop and the back of a butcher's. Like he was using flowers to hide the rot. And his clothes smelled of Louis. Smelly man threw my ball away and now I'm sad. It's my ball, and I love my ball.
Hello, little dog.
Please return.
What a delightful snack you
Pledge
had.
myself to you, O Lucian. I pledge my
heart, Lucian.
Dear Lucian,
Come back.
I pledge my brother's life.
Please
pledge
return. I
myself
pledge
to
my
you,
head.
O Lucian.
No, my
Please
heart.
return.
I pledge my
I pledge my
myself.
soul to you, O Lucian.
This prayer is silly. I pledge my
myself
head.
to you, O
Oh,
Lucian.
my heart.
life. Please return.
I pledge my heart,
I pledge
Lucian.
my brother's life.
Come back.
Please return.
I pledge my head.
Dear Lucian,
No, my
I
heart.
pledge my brother's
I
life.
pledge my heart,
Please
Lucian.
my soil to you,
Come
O
back.
Lucian. Please my life, Lucian. I pledge my life.
I pledge my head. No,
Please
my
my
heart.
life, Lucian.
I pledge my heart.